Hey, what's up, guys? Blade Armor Ginger here, coming at you today with my Banlist prediction slash wish list. So let's dive on in. So first up, I know E-Dragons, yes, they are obviously a main priority on this list. So first off, I have spellbooks first. So let's talk about these guys first. Spellbooks. A lot of people are saying don't hit spellbooks. They have done nothing in this format. And the only reason why any deck has not done anything during this format is because of these guys. These guys wouldn't let anyone do anything this format. So that is not a justifiable answer for not saying, or for not touching them at all. These guys before Dragon Rulers were around, these guys were topping. These guys still continue to top. Even though Dragon Rulers are still the prominent deck. These are the three main cards that I see problematic. Well, not problematic, but you know what I mean. Just too powerful. Magician, Master, and Secrets. You go Magician into Secrets. Secrets into Master. Master, copy Secrets. Get another search. There's so much search power and deck thinning in this deck, and all you have to do is recycle either Secrets or with Tower, and yeah, it's so stupid how much search power this deck gets. And the problem is like, say, oh, ban Blue Boy. Okay, you can still Secrets for Master, Master for Secrets again. Okay, it's just, or say they take out Secrets. You know, taking out Secrets would really hurt the deck. But I don't want to destroy Prophecy as a deck, because I think it's a generally cool idea as a deck. If anything, I think Blue Boy is the one to go. Or, you know what I say? All three of them, put them to two. Put them to two. So it's less consistent. I'm not saying I want spellbooks to die or anything, but just all the search power. I want them to have to, I want them to have to be able to find other ways to play it instead of deck thinning. Like, I mean, boom, toss 5 pieces of Exodia. Oh, I'm just gonna Magician into that deck thin blah, 5 pieces of Exodia. GG. I don't want this deck to die. It's a really creative deck, using more spells than monsters and stuff like that, and spells to help their monsters out. But just the amount of search power in this deck needs to be hit somehow. I'd be happy with Master to 1. I think I'd be fine with that. So I mean, they get their 1 super search out, and then they still have Tower to recycle their, they could just keep recycling their Master. Or, they could banish it for Fate and then Eternity and add Master to their hand. That's another problem. This deck can recycle cards so easily, too. So, I think it'd be fine having 1 Master. The only reason why I don't think this is going to happen is because Konami just put out the Wave 2 tins, Redox and Tempest. Master is a reprint in it. It is a promo. They want to promote sales. So I don't see this happening. That's why I'm thinking either Blue Boy's going or that's going. Or, who knows, Konami might not even touch spellbooks. So, moving on. Dragon Rulers, the big meta deck of 2 formats now. It's very tricky to ban freaking hair in my mouth. Still there. I think I got it. Good. Awesome. Back on track. So, these guys are kind of tricky to ban. A lot of people are thinking ban Different Dimension, like limit 7 stars, and limit Dragon Ravine, and they're not going to be a problem anymore. freaking another hair in my mouth. My goodness. Anyways, so this slows down their consistency. Dragon rulers are just going to find another way to adapt and wreck us for another format. If anything, I say ban 1 1. The problem is these are good tech cards. I like the fact that they are good tech cards. They are good beaters to help you in problematic situations. And I'd say put to 2, but I'm thinking that's how Konami's going to do it to push their tin sales, is just put them at 2 and get rid of all their consistency cards. But the problem is they might find a way to adapt. I guess there's people doing light sworn dragon rulers or something, which is not good. It is not good at all. Especially with like titles effect. Oh, pitch that and like say another dragon ruler or something, and boom, just that's a free light sworn in the graveyard. So, and then the special summoning power of that, the deck thinning power, and the popping power. So, it's tough to say. I'm really interested to see how Konami does this. In my personal opinion, Konami's freaking retarded, and they probably wouldn't do this. But here's what I say. For each deck that you play, like, you have a deck, okay? Oh, I want to run Dragon Rulers in it. I want to have some tech. Say you're running Mermails, okay? You're running Mermails. You can run 3 title, but you can't run any other Dragon Ruler. You're not allowed to. You can only run a total of 3 title. So 3 of 1 attribute Dragon Ruler. Say I'm playing Evil Source. I can only run 3 Blaster. Can't run anything else. Gadgets, 3 Red Ox. That's how I think it should be done. It's kind of just that kind of exception rule, but it keeps it as tech cards, and it keeps it from being able to be used as an actual deck. Because you're not going to be able to do much with just 3 of the same type of Dragon Rollers, because you're not going to get the pluses off the banishing. You're only going to be able to use that effect once per turn. It's the perfect solution, Konami! So, next up. Return from the Different Dimension. Stupid card, ban it. Although, if Dragon Rulers do get hit, I can see the possibility of it staying, but the thing is, say you're playing Mermails, and you're just banishing your Megalos and stuff like that. You're banishing all that and you just keep spamming out title. Boom, Return from the Different Dimension. You have triple Megalo, and I don't play Mermails, I just know Megalo, and we'll just say Spike, okay? You just have a full field of that, and you pop the 2 Spike to activate Megalo's effect. I'm not sure if that's how it even works, because I don't play Mermails. But still, you can banish all 3 of your Megalos and other cards to get title out, and then just return from the Different Dimension, and boom, triple Megalo. So this card is just broken in general. 7 Stores, kind of already talked about it with Dragon Rulers, if they ban that. If Konami somehow finds my video and says, hey, this guy's got a good idea, and says 3 Dragon Rulers per deck of 1 attribute, then I don't see 7 Swords as being as much of a problem. It's that optional tech card that you can use to get draw power into your deck. That's how I see it. Vanity's Emptiness. Want to see this guy go to 1. Don't really like this card. Like I said, with Dragon Rulers hopefully going to be out of the question, this card shouldn't really be very relevant. It's still a really good card. I just hate the fact that you have to either send a card from your deck to the graveyard or field to the graveyard in order to get rid of this card. So it either makes you go minus, and your opponent, special summon, special summon, special summon. Draw phase of your turn. Boom, Vanity's Emptiness. What you gonna do? Nothing. This is why I hate the card. Go to 1, please. Dragon's Ravine. Kind of like Vanity's Emptiness. If Dragon Rulers go to, 3 per deck. no real use banning this card. However, Heretics, Dragoonides, and stuff can still abuse the crap out of this card. All depending on how they ban the Dragon Rulers. This ban list is focused on Dragon Rulers. It's however Dragon Rulers are hit, that's going to determine how everything else is hit. This card I could see at being 1 or 2. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Solemn Judgment. Please come back. Super powerful card, yes. Pay half your life points, really heavy cost. I mean, I guess this is a really good late game card. Especially, yeah, I have 1,000 life points left. Technically, I only have to pay 500 life points to negate anything. In a sense, I mean, that's, pretty cheap. I have to pay 500 life points and I can negate anything. But most often, it's going to be some huge sum of life points. So it's got a pretty big cost, and it can negate anything. It's good at 1. Bring it back, Konami. Compulse. 2. 2 seems fine for me. When everybody can run it, it's quite fair. I know people could say, oh, well, everybody can run Dragon Rulers, so they must be fair. No, everyone knows Dragon Rulers are not fair. But Compulse, it's just a staple card, and it's got an offensive and defensive kind of thing. I've compulsed my own Hamstrat or my own Westlow and Evols. Hamstrat, Mecha Phantom Beast, Westlow, Evols, and so I can reset it. So it's kind of got that kind of deal with me. I'd like to see it at 2. If it stays at 1, no biggie, but I'd like to see it at 2. Heavy Storm. Not exactly when we saw the Heavy Storms banned, we thought that a lot of back row would become rampant. Not exactly the case because they also hit quite a bit of back row. So people thought they'd find like a bunch of different stuff to run in place of this. Not exactly the cost. I still like Heavy Storm because it punishes for setting a lot. Infernities. Moving on. Sixth Sense. This card needs to get banned. Hate when I roll a 6, and they just draw 6, and then you just kind of scoop. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. A lot of people want to see this one go. Next up, Madolche. Not specifically Tiramisu. Not sure what should be hit in the deck because maybe I'll play Madolches one of these times and figure out what the big part of the deck is that makes it good. Because there's always been a Madolche player topping. It's it's a solid deck. It spams the field a lot, and they just keep going back to your hand or your deck or wherever. But just something about this deck just really pisses me off. And yeah, not sure what they should hit in Madolches. This is kind of my wish kind of thing, is that they find like, oh, this is what makes Madolches really, really good. Kind of dumb them down a bit. Next up, number 11, Big Eye. Go to 1. Big Eye, super powerful monster. Rank 7s, not too hard to make anymore. I mean, you got Gores, and then you can banish 2 for a Dragon Roller. Boom, you can get a rank 7 out. Cool. Really powerful card. Yeah, shouldn't need any more explanation. It's just really powerful. Now, Dracossack. I've been seeing a lot of people saying this card needs to go to 1. I don't think so. 2, I can see. It is a very powerful Exceed monster. The problem is, Dragon Rulers abused the crap out of it. This is a Mecha Phantom Beast card. This card was supposed to be Mecha Phantom Beast's boss monster. And what did Dragon Rulers do? They said, nope, it's going to be our boss monster. And I don't think Mecha Phantom Beast as an archetype should get punished for something Dragon Rulers did for 2 freaking formats. It is a very powerful card, granted, and it's a generic rank 7. But Mecha Phantom Beast can really benefit from this card, and I really want to see Mecha Phantom Beast become a good deck. And I want to see Dracossack's. I want to see a reprint of Dracossack. I want to see its price go down or something of the sort, because this card is amazing in Mecha Phantom Beast because it fuels tokens. Yeah. So I don't think Dracosack should really get the hammer, because it's not really its fault for being so broken. Yeah, just Dragon Rulers, Dragon Rulers, Dragon Rulers. I will agree. Maybe go down to 2, Dracosack. But down to 1, no, that's just going to hurt Mecha Phantom Beast way too much. It's not going to give them an opportunity to kind of wiggle its way possibly into the meta with Dragon Rulers being gone. So I think I'd be fine with letting it go to 2 to satisfy some of you people who still aren't quite a fan of Dracosack. So this is my list. It's kind of a medium-sized list. But worry not. If this list Konami screws it up, it's only 4 months, which I'm glad it's only 4 months instead of how it used to be. So if there's anything that you think maybe I should consider putting on my ban list or possibly taking off, leave your opinion down in the comments section below. This is the Blade Armor Jinja signing out.